Hello friends and welcome to Automuv India. Hope you all are doing good. So in the last oil change video of the Royal Enfield Bullet Standard 350, we had used this oil, the Worth German technology for the win, and now we are going to try this oil, the Castrol. So we have three oils here which we have tried. First, starting from the costly one, the Motul, it did pretty good actually. So the vehicle almost run 5,000 kilometer after we used this, but it's really costly. We have to buy 3 cans because it is only available in 1 liter can. So 3 cans we have to buy. And next comes this Worth German technology, and this the vehicle did almost 4,000 kilometer. So now the vehicle has this oil in it. Next we are going to try this, the new Castrol Power 1 Cruise, and let me tell you the price. This we have to buy 3 cans as I said, and it will cost somewhere around 1,700. So 3 cans, that I'm telling the price of the all the cans, that is 3 cans. And next comes the Worth. So this costs 1,035. This is not available in online. These both are available in Amazon. Next comes this Castrol, and this costs 1,116. So now let's try the new Castrol oil and see how the vehicle does. So now let's check the tools required, starting off with this spanner 1213 and a cutting plier. Then comes this number 8-9 spanner, and last but not least the main one, number 18-19. Now let's change the oil. So the vehicle had done 48,000 kilometer. While we changed the oil, it was 44. So it has done almost 4,000 kilometer with the Worth oil. Now let's move on to the oil changing step. Starting off with this, we have to remove this cap or lid using the cutting plier. Let's remove it. There you go. You can keep it like that. Don't need to remove it and keep it aside. So let it stay there. Next, let's move on to the next step. So let's remove this nut. So for removing that, you should use the number 19 spanner. Under the vehicle, little bit of effort might be required in order to remove it. So it has come loose. Once it loose enough, you can use your hand to loosen it, but don't remove it completely, the oil will come out. So let's keep it aside and take a container and keep it underneath it. Now let's remove this. We have this container. Use a container that you don't use for anything else, as it is an engine oil. Slowly you can remove it, and there you go, the oil comes out, and it is really black in color. Anyway, it's time to change. See, as you can see the nut, just clean it. So we have drained the oil from that nut behind. Now let's drain the nut in the front. So in order to remove that, you need a number 12 spanner. So before removing, make sure you keep a container underneath it, or it will be a total mess. Loosen it slowly. Once it's loose enough, you can use your hand. So it's loose enough. Slowly remove the nut. There you go, the oil started to come out. We'll wait for it to finish coming out. So it is really thick and black as well. So we finished draining the oil from the backmost nut and the one in the front. Now we shall remove this nut, and make sure that you remove this nut, and there's a filter inside which needs to be removed and cleaned. Most of them don't do it, so please make sure you remove and clean it. So in order to loosen this, you need a number spanner, 8 spanner. So keep a container underneath it before removing. There you go. So here is the filter which needs to be removed as well as cleaned. Let's keep that aside, and as you can see, the oil draining, it's completely black. Nuts, as you can see, and this one over here has a magnet on top. Yes, magnet. This also has a magnet, kind of magnet, which actually, do you know why we have magnets? Just because inside the engine there may be dirt. So in order to get that dirt or to separate it from the oil, we have this magnet. So the dirt comes and sticks onto these magnets. So while removing it, make sure you clean it. Use a cloth to clean the same. As we have finished draining the oil from all the nuts, now it's time to put everything back. So firstly we'll put this nut that is in the front most. Make sure you dispose the oil somewhere far away from the plants, or else it will be harmful to the plants. So now it's time to fit this, that is the filter here. Clean it properly and fit it back. So there are 2 nuts. Now let's tighten it using a number 8 or 9 spanner. So actually we need the number 8 spanner. Tighten it. Don't tighten it too much or it will become a wrong thread. Now let's put this nut with the magnet, clean it up nicely, then put it inside. And in order to tighten that, you can use the number 19 spanner, which is the main one, actually, as I told you in the beginning of the video. Don't pour the oil before tightening or putting all the nuts in place. So tighten it using a number 19 spanner. Don't tighten it too much or you'll end up having a wrong thread. Now let's remove this one over here, and we have 3 nuts. In order to remove it, you need a number 8 spanner. So here lies the oil filter. So firmly press it against it and then remove it slowly. So the oil has started to drip over here, as you can see. So press it firmly against it, as I said, or the oil will end up spilling. As you can see, it started to spill. And yeah, here it is. This is the thing. And where's the oil filter? Here it is. Yeah. There you go. Let's keep that aside. You can either clean it and put it back or replace it. here is the washer, and here it is the oil filter. It is drenched completely in oil. And see, this is the inside part. You can just clean it, as you can see, and there's also a washer inside. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's a washer inside, and pull that out also. This is the nut or the cap. It has springs on it. Even it has a washer in it. Let's clean that up with a cloth. So anyway, we are changing the oil, so thought of changing the air filter also. As the vehicle has done 4,000 kilometers, we thought to change this as well. So the air filter is situated in the right side of the vehicle in this particular box, which needs to be removed using the key of the vehicle. And in order to remove the air filter, we need this panel number 10. Once it's loose enough, you can remove it using your hand. So there's a washer also, not one but two, and this is a really long nut, almost 5 kilometers long. Just kidding. Anyways, here it is, the air filter. It's time to change, I think. This is the plate or whatever you want to call it. Now let's change this. So you can also clean this up using a cloth. So this is how it looks like inside. Here it is, the new air filter, looks like new packaging. Anyways, it says Genian Parts right here, and here it is the air filter, and it cost rupees 161. And this is the air filter. It says prepare pre-packing sticker or something. So let's unbox this. It's not an unboxing as such. There you go. Yeah, here it is, the brand new one. So as you can see, there's a slight difference. That is darker in color, this is lighter in color. It is better to change the oil filter and the air filter while you are changing the oil. So here it is, this is how it fits like. Clean this up before inserting or putting the new one back into place. So this is how this thing fits like. Here is the big long screw or nut. So putting this back into place is a little bit of task, because you never know where it will get inserted. You should be an expert at it. There are two washers with that nut. Don't lose those two washers. It's back into place. Just tighten it up first using your hand. Don't tighten it too much or you'll end up having a wrong thread. As I said before, you can use a number 10 spanner to tighten it as well as loosen it, because the air filter is back in place. Check if it's moving or not. So it's perfect. Now let's close it. There you go, one push and just lock it. That is it. So the air filter is replaced. Now let's move on to the oil filter or the oil changing process. So here is the new Castrol oil, and here we have a container. Meanwhile, this is the new oil filter. This is the package. It costs rupees 74. The MRP is 74. Here is the oil filter, comes in with a plastic package, and inside it are two washers. And now let's put the oil filter inside this container, but before that let's unbox this thing or the oil. Brand new oil, and Here it is, it says Castrol here too. So use something like this, a sharp object, to remove it or make a hole in it. There you go, small hole would be enough. Throw that aside. Don't need to waste your oil, instead pour the oil inside this cover itself. Keep it like that, and it's a better idea, don't need to waste the oil. There you go, carefully pour it inside. Just look at the color of the new oil, nice yellowish or golden color. So keep it like this, let it be soaked or drenched or whatever inside it. Let us leave it aside for a few minutes. And here it says in how much oil is there inside the can. 1 liter, 2 liter, almost 2.5 liters actually. So let's leave this aside. Something called as O-ring. So there are two, it comes in the package itself. Don't forget to put one inside. We had removed one, we thrown it away, and here there is one. It comes with the packaging itself, I had showed you. So it fits inside. There you go. Alright, so here is the oil filter which was left to soak inside that oil, brand new oil. So take it out and let the remaining oil come out. Again saving oil here, save oil. So let's put that oil filter back into the bike. Make sure you put that O-ring inside, then put the oil filter inside. So here it goes inside. And there may be some oil left here. You can clean it using a cloth. So here is another O-ring which goes there, and put it inside back. The first nut. So there in total there are 3 nuts. So pressing this is a task actually. So tighten it using this number 8 spanner, 3 nuts. Don't tighten it too much, or the usual dialogue, you'll end up having a wrong thread. So now let's pour this new engine oil into the vehicle. It's Castrol Power 1 Cruise. You can close the lid or cap, whatever. Initially you can tighten it using your hand, later use the cutting plier. So it is done. It's tight enough. Don't apply too much pressure or the textures of the cutting plier will be over here. And don't tighten it too much also, because it may become a wrong thread. So as you can see, we have poured the new Castrol oil, and in the next video I'll be telling you how much the vehicle has done. Also I'll be telling you the performance after pouring the Castrol oil. So hope you all liked the video. If you did, smash the like button, pour oil over the subscribe button, also ring that bell so you get notified by all my new upcoming videos. Till then, ride safe, be safe, happy motoring to all the bulleteers out there. Bye.